All right. Today, this week we read chapter one of Scaffolding Language and Scaffolding Learning by Pauline Gibbons. First, in the chapter, they talk about the register of a text. So the field is basically the topic. Tenor is the relationship between the speakers. So are you speaking formally, informally? Are you talking to a parent, talking to a friend, whatever it may be? And the mode is the channel of communication. So you writing a letter, are you talking on the phone, are you talking to a teacher, are you taking a test, whatever that may be. This relates to English learners because many times when they learn their second language, they don't learn how to use each type of language or what situations are appropriate. So when we're growing up as kids, and we're developing our first language, we see it all around us. We realize in what situations are parents using this language. When I'm talking to my teacher, I talk this way. But English learners, they never really learn what a formal conversation is like, when to use what words. Making language explicit is a big difference between informal and formal academic language. So explicit language provides more detail. So if I were saying go to the park, that would get my message across to someone. But if I wanted to give them more detail, I could say go to the park on 5th Street and then look for me. I'll be hanging out around the fire pole or whatever it may be. So the formal academic language was the second one I just showed. Shows a lot more detail, and this is big in academic language. So there are multiple views of teaching and learning that were outlined in the book. The first one is the empty vessel mode. So basically, we see students as having like an empty brain, and whatever we throw at them, whatever signals we transmit, are what they're going to take as a fact. Anything else is wrong. So they get the information directly from us, and that's what's right. The progressive model can be seen at a lot of charter schools. It's when students are building and constructing knowledge on their own. So they're given resources that are going to hopefully help them get to the main idea of the day, learn on their own. And the social view is when the student and teacher are both active participants in that collaborative effort. So an example of the social view would be scaffolding. The definition for scaffolding comes from construction, which is a temporary structure that's put up in the process of constructing or repairing a building. This relates to English learners because it helps them develop the knowledge that they will be able to take forward with them. So instead of just giving them a word bank on every test, it's a temporary structure, so we help them come along to the answer in the right way that will give them the skills to move forward and not require the need of a scaffold in the future.